Rain on the studio window, though down where tonight's caller is, rain doesn't fall. It arrives. Somewhere under the avenues, water finds its level. And so, it turns out, do people. This is WKNC, 1 a.m. to dawn. This is After Midnight with Daktari Knight. The switchboard light is blinking on a line that isn't supposed to be able to call in at all. You're on the air. This is After Midnight.
Daktari, my man Desmond Doyle. Friends call me Sparky. You can call me Sparky.
Sparky, where am I reaching you tonight?
You're not reaching me, my friend. I am reaching you. This line does not officially exist. I built it. 14 years AT&T splicing and pulling cable under this city before the city decided it didn't need me anymore. And neither did Merrill Lynch. But that's a whole other show.
You were a broker.
87 to 91. Had the suspenders, had the corner office view of absolutely nothing, had a very confident opinion about pork bellies. Then 91 happened. Then my marriage happened. Then a series of increasingly bad decisions happened, and somewhere in there I stopped going home and started going down.
Down where exactly?
Below you. Below all of you. There's Daktari, there's got to be 400-500 of us living down here under Manhattan, in the tunnels, the drainage lines, the old disused stations nobody remembers building. And I want your listeners to understand something right now, tonight. It is not what you think. We are not lost. We are located.
Tell me about located.
We got neighborhoods, Daktari, same as up top. You got your Gold Coast. That's us. That's my cluster. We're under the East 60s, and let me tell you, the runoff down there is practically Evian compared to what the fellas get under Alphabet City. Rich folks up top flush, nicer if you can believe that. Then you got Boiler Row. That's under the Garment District. Mostly old steam workers. Good people, very warm, obviously. You got a cluster called the Undertow near the Battery. Those are your old-timers, very serious people. Don't mess with the Undertow. And then all the way up under the Bronx, you got what we call the basement. Tougher living, less runoff quality, if I'm being honest, but a fierce sense of community. It's a whole city, Daktari. It's got a skyline. It's just upside down.
And the phone line.
14 years of muscle memory, my friend. I found a junction box that AT&T itself forgot existed, and I spliced myself a line clean into the grid. Works beautiful. I let people down here make calls, home, a lawyer, a bookie, whatever their business is. And I charge for airtime, not money. Cans of soda, a sandwich. One time a fella paid me in a full rotisserie chicken to call his sister in Yonkers. And Daktari, between you and me, that was the best exchange rate I've had all year.
You sleep down there too. What does that look like?
We cluster like a family, except nobody's is actually family, which honestly improves the holidays. 10, 12 of us to a chamber, and we build up off the floor. Pallets, scrap wood, whatever we can drag down and lash together up above the waterline, because the level rises, it drops, it's got moods, the water. You learn its moods. In winter we go tight, we go low, close to the steam lines where we can find them. Boiler Row's very popular come January. Everybody wants to be Boiler Row's friend in January.
Daylight?
Twice a week maybe. Up for food, up for water, up for a can of soda to sell to some other sucker for phone time. Otherwise, no. And look, I know how that sounds. I know what you're picturing. But Daktari, I have never in my life slept as well as I sleep down there. No rent, no bus, no margin call at 6 a.m. The gully runs where the gully runs, that's your bathroom. And yeah, it's a smell. I'm not gonna lie to your listeners. It's a smell that gets into your skin and stays there.
You're not selling it, Sparky.
No, hear me out. You get used to it. You get past used to it. I love that smell now. That smell is freedom, my friend. That smell is no landlord. I've had dates up top literally take one whiff of me and leave the restaurant, and I go, all right, more breadsticks for me.
Why are you calling at 4 in the morning, Sparky?
Because I heard the city's coming for us. Word's moving through the tunnels, housing, sanitation. Maybe the cops gonna do a sweep, clear us all out, seal the access points. And I get it. I do. From up top, it looks like a problem that needs solving. But, Daktari, we are not a problem. We're a neighborhood. We got structure. We got rules. We look out for each other better than half the buildings up there do. I want people to know that before somebody in a hard hat decides, our whole world doesn't count because it doesn't have an address.
What do you want to happen?
Honestly, I've been thinking, and don't laugh, I've been thinking about running tours. Small groups, surface people, down for an hour. I show them the Gold Coast. I show them how we build the frames, how the water works, and they leave 5 hours later going, that wasn't what I thought. Good publicity, might even save us. I already got a name for it. Sparky's Underground. Snacks included, obviously, since I'm charging in snacks anyway.
That's not a bad pitch, Sparky.
Ex-broker, Daktari, never lost a pitch. Lost everything else. Can I tell you one more thing before I go?
Go ahead.
There's a cluster past the Undertow, deep. Nobody visits them. Nobody trades with them. They don't want soda. They don't want sandwiches. They don't want my phone line. We just call them the quiet ones. And the thing is, the old-timers in the Undertow, the serious ones, the ones who've been down here longer than me by 20 years, they swear the quiet ones were already down there. Before any of us. Before the sewers were even finished being built.
Before the sewers were built.
Look, it's probably nothing on tunnel talk. People get funny down here in the dark. They start telling stories to keep each other company. But every now and then, one of ours goes quiet side to trade and comes back not saying much and stops going daylight side for a while after. And I asked one of them straight out. I said, what did you see down there? And he looked at me and said, Sparky, they knew my name before I told them.
Sparky?
Anyway, tell your listeners, we're happy down here. We're free. Come take the tour sometime. First coax on the house.
There's a city above the ground, and apparently a whole other one underneath it, with its own neighborhoods, its own rich and poor, its own version of a Tuesday. Sparky wants the world to know his people are happy. I believe him. I also believe there are some doors, even down there in the dark, that even the sewer rats don't knock on. Maybe that's true of every city, above ground or below it. We build our neighborhoods right up to the edge of the thing we don't talk about, and we call the rest of it somebody else's block. This has been After Midnight with Daktari Knight. The city's still out there, all of it in every direction, including down. And somewhere beneath the East 60s tonight, a man who used to sell pork belly futures is charging a stranger a ham sandwich for 5 minutes on a phone line that officially does not exist. We'd like to thank Amazon cybercrime author Bradley W. Deacon for his continued sponsorship of this show. All his Kindle Unlimited books are free for subscribers. Subscribe to After Midnight with Daktari Knight on YouTube.